Matthew chapter 8. When Jesus came down from the mountainsides, a large crowd followed him. A man with leprosy came before him, knelt before him, and he said, "Lord, if you are willing, you can make me clean." Jesus reached out his hand and touched the man. Touched him. "I am willing," he said, "be clean." Immediately he was cleansed from his leprosy. And Jesus said to him, "See that you don't tell anyone, but go show yourself to the priest and offer the gift Moses commanded as a testimony to them." When Jesus had entered Capernaum, a centurion came up to him asking for help. Lord, he said, "my servant lies paralyzed. He is suffering terribly." Jesus said to him, "Should I come and heal him?" The centurion replied, "Lord, I do not deserve you to come under my roof. But just say the word, and my servant will be healed. For I myself am a man under authority, with soldiers under me. I tell this one, go, and he goes, and that one, come, and he comes. I say to my servant, do this, and he does it." When Jesus heard this man, he was amazed, and he said to those following him, "Truly I tell you, I have not met anyone with such a greater faith in Israel. I say to you that many will come from the east and the west, and they will take their place at the feast of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob in the kingdom of heaven. The subject of the kingdom will be thrown outside into the darkness, and there will be weeping and gnashing of teeth. Then Jesus said to the centurion, "Go, and it be done just as you believed it would." And his servant was healed at that very moment. When Jesus came into Peter's house, he saw Peter's mother-in-law lying in bed with a fever. He touched her hand, the fever left her, and she got up and began to wait for him. When evening came, many who were demon-possessed were brought to him, and he drove out the spirit with a word and healed all the sick. This was to fulfill what was spoken through the prophet Isaiah. He took up her infirmities and bore her diseases. When Jesus saw the crowd around him, he gave orders to cross to the other side of the lake. Then the teacher of the law came to him and said, "Teacher, I will follow you wherever you go." Jesus replied, "Foxes have dens and birds have nests, but the Son of Man has no place to lay his head." Another disciple said to him, "Lord, first let me go and bury my father." But Jesus said to him, "Follow me and let the dead bury the dead." Then he got into the boat, and his disciples followed him. Suddenly a furious storm came up on the lake, so that the waves swept over the boat. But Jesus was sleeping. The disciples went and woke him, saying, "Lord, save us, we're going to drown." He replied, "You of little faith, why are you so afraid?" Then he got out and rebuked the winds and the waves, and it was completely calm. The men were amazed and asked, "What kind of man is this? Even the winds and the waves obey him." When he arrived at the other side, the region of Gadarenes, two demon-possessed men coming from the tomb met him. They were so violent that no one could pass that way. "What do you want with us, Son of Man?" they shouted. "Have you come here to torture us before the appointed time?" Some distance from the large herd, a pig was feeding. Demons begged Jesus, "If you drive us, please send us to the herd of pigs." He said to them, "Go." They came out and went into the pig. And the pig rushed into the lake, and they all drowned and died. Those tending the pig ran off, went to the town, and reported all this. This included what has happened to the demon-possessed men. The whole town went out to meet Jesus, and when they saw him, they pleaded with him to leave the region. Amen.